fill this coffee up.
All right, so we're back to live, and I'm pretty sure I left it to open to the public. We'll see. I screw things like that up quite often. Look at that big old 20-gallon pot. Ain't she a beauty? Giving one of those away this month. Giving away one of those stills. Mudgrip says, welcome, peasants. All right. Yeah, I can't believe we get to give away one of those stills, man. That thing is so nice.
Yeah, it's
So nice.
also the camera doesn't really do it justice. This thing, when you're looking at it in person, is impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because it's a little bit bigger than a lot of the stills we normally run, or the fact that it's just really well put together. He's got pretty cool little bells and whistles on this thing. It's got a big thumper, and also the worm's pretty impressive. It's pretty good sized worm.
That's 15 feet of copper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so plus like the quick connects for the water supplies. Oh, let me just see if I can give y'all a little tour here. Come on, what happened?
If you like,
There we go.
the grand tour.
Yeah, so got these quick connect water supplies that come with it. The flow valve, so you can easily adjust the water. Also, this adjustment here. Just look at all that beautiful work, huh? Of course, tri-clamps. These are 1.5-inch tri-clamps with 1-inch copper, 4-inch fruit port. Of course, the pressure relief valve, vacuum relief valve. That's a 6-inch port right there, so it's easy to get in and clean. 2-inch electric port. Nice little drain valve here. This is a 1.5-inch drain valve. You got a thermostat, thermometer in the pot, in the cap, and in the thumper. So, yeah. Pretty slick little setup right there.
Pretty neat.
Could be yours. We're giving one away.
Someone's winning it.
Somebody gets to win it. We're going to draw 4 names tonight during the live. And we're going to draw 4 names every Thursday night during the live until the last week. And we'll have 20 names on the Shiner's Wheel of Despair, Destruction, and Elimination.
Doom and turmoil.
Flatland says that's cool. Is that from a birthday money? No, I mean, it'll be a late birthday gift, but it could be. Could be. Machinist, good morning. Damn, she is pretty, isn't she? Jason, good morning. Terry Baldwin, good morning. We got 3 Terrys in here right now.
A lot of Terrys running around. A lot of Terrys in the chat.
Hope everyone's having a good Thursday morning, getting ready for all the excitement this weekend.
Terry says, Richard, that coffee is amazing. I'll speak from experience. It is pretty amazing.
Richard knows how to do coffee. There's no doubt about it.
He ain't lacking in the coffee skills.
We're trying to get him to come down here and have a little coffee booth down here at the Shine On Festival, but he's like, I won't have enough.
It is the same. You enter the same way. So $10 super chats, $5 gifted memberships, purchases on the Still in the Clear website. Speaking
there's
of
one
the devil,
from Rick.
Collector Rick. Who's getting them? Who's getting them? Pecker House?
The Pecker House got one.
Pecker House? That's hilarious. Go back up there.
All right.
I gotta read
All
it.
right.
We can't lead off with Pecker House and okay. Sailing Dragon. Patrick Gillick, Tom Hubbard.
Justin, welcome to the live.
Sunny Southern Michigan.
Motor City says, finally, Cyrus, packages out for delivery for y'all. Nice.
Thank you, brother.
We're excited to get that. We'll take some pictures. We'll put that up on the website and let people start ordering those lights. For those of you who don't know, Motor City's talking about the light right there hanging on the wall. It's not lit up right now, but the still in the clear light.
Add some ambiance to your shine shed.
Right.
Robert says, morning lotto. What's in Zach's coffee this morning? Just coffee. Just coffee for now.
Cyrus, Zach, need a handshake box for the shop
Yes.
or to review? For sure.
Yes.
Always, Terry. You can always send us something, and we'll, when we get stuff like that in the mail, we always open them up on the live.
Always review it on the live.
Yeah, review it on the live. I guess it's not accurate to say we always open it. Sometimes we break into it early.
We do some pre-screening just to make sure that we're not going to get, like, open up a box of dog shit or something.
Joe, Zach said he's going to cut them off at 3:30 today. 3:30 Central Standard Time.
3:30. 2:30 Eastern.
Yeah, so you got a few hours left to get your entries in for your chance to win this still.
Thank you, Terry. I think it was you. I saw a TikTok this morning. You had a bunch of those like hide-a-flash bags.
Yeah, I saw them
stacked up.
ready to go out.
That's a lot of handshakes, Bubba.
Show and Shine is in the house. Happy Thursday from St. Louis, y'all.
I love St. Louis.
Good to have you, Show and Shine.
Shout out to the Lou. Working on a gift for y'all soon with the logo you sent. Hoping it works out well. Well, that's
Nice,
cool.
nice. I can't wait to see what that's all about.
Man, we're gonna have some interesting mail to be opening up
Yeah.
the next few lives.
The beards are looking mighty epic this morning. Thank you. I actually combed it.
Thank you.
Actually combed it this morning.
I did a little
Flatland
treatment
with
on
an
it.
entry. You did a little
A
trimming.
little bad juju. No trimming.
Oh.
Just a little bad juju treatment. Well, I got one of them.
Looks like Flatland got another entry with the 5 gifted.
Ex-con.
Ex-con.
Fair enough. Sarah, Joshua Northern, and the veteran.
Nice.
Hello, Winsong
And Keith.
and Keith.
Evan Moore, good to see you.
The gifted memberships appear to be unbroken as of yet, which is always a good sign.
That's always a good sign, yeah.
Evan Moore, a good morning. Hope everyone has a happy 4th. Yeah, I love the 4th of July. I think 4th of July is a top 3 national holiday for me. Christmas
Yeah.
is number 1. Then I'd probably go Thanksgiving, then 4th of July. I think that's probably pretty typical of most. I don't know. St. Patty's Day is pretty badass too, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Holidays aren't really a big thing for me.
Yeah.
It's just not a big, it's more of a big deal to me that I'm like, just gonna stay home. I'm gonna avoid all the amateur partiers and drivers and roadblocks and all the stuff that happens on holidays, yeah.
We should have you know what we should do? And I'm just talking out loud, maybe you hate this idea, but we should have a Still in the Clear Christmas party where we do the live in here on a regular Thursday sometime around Christmas, and then just invite anyone that watches us to come hang out at the shop and, sit around and watch us do the live. Drink, sample, have fun.
It would be a very,
Like a live show.
like a live show where we wouldn't really be paying much attention to the audience, because there would just be a bunch of people in here and we're just
Yeah,
having a Christmas party.
yeah. I think we're just we're making a run. We're doing it's the same Thursday live. We'll be in front of the camera the whole time, except maybe we do like a tight 2 hours from 5 to 7, and people can come before and hang out after, and we'll just be up here having a good time, maybe eating some food and
It might be fun.
sharing some shine.
Yeah, I think it would all depend on when the Thursday landed,
Yeah.
because
Well,
people
also,
are
like-
not going to give up their regular family.
No,
Christmas
I
stuff,
think
but
we would want to do it like the first month of the first
we're-
or second week in December or something like that.
We got some more
Oh, super chats coming in.
super chats.
Was there some more gifteds? Oh yeah, who sent those? No, that was
That's
we already
the old
talked
one.
about that. Yeah. Thanks, Terry. Yep. How long y'all let apples sit in a brandy mash before straining? Um, Jason, with my apple mashes, I have juiced the apples, pressed them, and I have used store-bought apple juice alongside them. So I don't actually use. I mean, I do use raw apples, but they don't ever. I don't cut them up and leave them off in my ferment, if that makes sense.
You press them out if you're using the juice, the fruit now.
Which is just, it's a real labor of love. Garbage Stone Daddy with the 5 gifted. Thank you, brother.
Nice.
That's an entry. J-Dub.
J-Dub,
Breezy. Shout out Breezy.
Dan LP got one. Nice.
Fifth Horseman. Scott Bryant with the, he's got a note in there. Here's my entry.
Here's my entry. Scott got one in there with the super chat.
Sir Dig Dug.
Another.
Wait, hold on. Go back up. Go right above him. Lipton Disco. Eat cookies.
Eat cookies. Rick says 8 cookies.
Yeah, 8 cookies. Ate them already.
Kyle, good to see you in here. NFT, good morning.
Ray, good morning, brother. Hawk Spiritware finally broke down and ordered the 10-gallon bourbon kit.
Nice.
What took you so long, brother? You're going to love it.
You're going to like that one.
That's probably my second favorite kit on the website.
Yeah,
The beginner
it's a good
bourbon.
one. Yeah.
My second favorite.
Wheezing the juice. Sean, good to see you in here. Cooperstown, New York.
Cooperstown.
Or Cooperstown.
I can only see YouTube chat. Yeah, that's all we got going right now. We're only live on YouTube right now. Why would my airlock blow off my 6-gallon bucket fermenting molasses only 3 gallons in 5-gallon bucket? The molasses can get pretty ferocious.
Volcanic.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean your headspace, while it is important to prevent like overflow and stuff like that, shooting, foamy ferment out of the top of your fermenter, that molasses it'll get pretty, it'll get pretty active. And so yeah, I can see it maybe building up some air pressure, maybe, 1 in a million, you just got it plugged up somehow and
That's possible too.
blew off the top. Who knows?
Where can one find 1-gallon cans of peaches? Sam's didn't have them. I don't know where to get them.
I wouldn't be able to help you with that.
Hawk Spirit Weaver says, haven't run anything yet, so that will be the first attempt.
Oh yeah, it's a great.
Most likely in August. That's a great first one. It's easy to do, tastes great. Joe Parks with an entry and a $9.99 super chat.
Shine On Festival is back up and running. Yeah.
Yes, as of this morning, finally, after 500 emails, it felt like, finally got that thing up and going. Anyone running anything for American birthday tomorrow? Perhaps a little red, white, and blue? Yeah, Jason, we got some running.
That's our plan.
That's what we're running tonight.
It looks like a bomb of molasses went off in my garage.
Yeah,
Man,
I've seen
I hate
people-
that for you, dude. That sucks.
I've seen people post pictures where it is literally on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Windsong says, try Amazon for the 1-gallon peaches.
Simple beginner bourbon 10-gallon kit has been ordered. Happy fortunes. Well, thank you, Robert.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I think Robert, if you've never ran that before, like I was telling that last guy, you're really gonna like it. That's, I mean, second favorite kit for me. I think that it just turns out really, really, really good, especially once you stick it on the oak staves.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, man, it makes good juice.
Is there video of setup of sour mash? I'm just curious. Not on the Still in the Clear channel. That's a good one to do, though.
Scott, not gonna read that second one. Don't know what it means. Good morning, JJB. How are you, brother? You got a still on the way to you as of yesterday. Finally had to just drive across town and take it to the UPS store. We gave up on them coming by here. The question is, can I ride my bike for the 15-hour trip?
Yeah.
Ray, I think you strike me as a man of good stamina. I think you can make it. Devanshu vlog, how to make pot at home. Well, you know, my soldering skills are lacking, but there are all kinds of videos out there on people making their own stills. In fact, I think there's one fairly early on into the Still and Clear channel of you doing it.
Yeah, I think it's on my first YouTube channel though, which is Off Grid Maker.
Off Grid Maker.
Yeah.
Shout out to the maker.
I think I put it on that channel years ago. Also, there's a lot of videos on keg modifications. That's a great way to build a pot because it doesn't require a whole lot of skill.
What do you need to qualify for the giveaway? Iowa Free Thinker, you can send a $9.99 super chat. You can gift 5 memberships, or you can go to Still in the Clear and make any purchase. If you make a grain kit or an ingredient kit purchase, that's 2 entries. So do as you wish, Free Thinker.
My red, white, and blue has been in a barrel since February, opening tomorrow.
No. His Ted White and Blue.
Well, yeah.
Who's Ted? Why'd you put him in a fermenter?
I edited it along the way. Yeah. Who is? Why did you put Ted
Why
in
is
a
he in a
barrel?
fermenter? What do you do?
Scott Bryant Virgin. Oh boy, that's been over 40. Yeah. We're talking about popping your shine cherries. What's happening in that discussion?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Had a mash knockout 4 ceiling tiles from my drop one time. That's crazy. Yeah, we've been lucky. We don't really ever walk in the shop. We thought there was the potential of a ferment the other day we were doing.
Yeah.
Where I thought this could I could walk into a crime scene.
Yeah. Yes, I'm waiting for the still. Going to clean it and run a 5-gallon leftover bucket of rum.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. I think for those of you that got the 5-gallon Olympics and you already have bigger stills or stills that got a little bit more size to them, I hope that you guys use them however the hell you want to, but I hope that you guys try some brandies out, do a 5-gallon, make a wine ferment and run brandies with them, or do some little test runs. Did we miss a super chat down there? Is that Joe?
That one was Joe, I do believe.
Okay, well, Joe, if we didn't call it out, we appreciate your super chat there. Also an entry.
Jason says going to make a purple and gold corn whiskey. Going to taste even better when LSU wins another natty.
Don't like that. Only ferment that's ever been shouted out in the chat that I was like, especially after this last baseball season. That was tough.
Collector Rick with the precious metal prices update. Thank you, sir.
You gotta win at least one of those games.
Yeah, my tomato paste sugar went poop, crap everywhere. Green at 420.
This is a very different commodities report in here. We've got silver and gold. Gold's at 33.48.71. I'm assuming per ounce. Troy ounce. Ordered a 2-inch 4-plate reflux column yesterday. That's going to be a learning process. Tricia,
Yeah.
where'd you get it? That's
Nice.
interesting. I need to get that purple to you, Jason, after the 4th. Yeah. Handshakes being done in the chat, it would appear. Fan mail on the way. Super chats and gifted memberships. Got entries rolling in. Love it.
For those of you who are in the chat and are unaware, we are giving one of these away this month. Look at that beauty, 20-gallon distiller set from Copper Steel Co. It's a beautiful, beautiful still.
Show my hat. Isn't this a bitchin' hat? Old school camo. It's neat. Got the old BDU Copper
Old
Steel
school
Co hat.
camo. You know, when I was a kid, we just called that camo.
Camo, yeah.
That was
Right.
the option of camo was.
Damn, my emoji is red now. Well, that's what happens. You stick around for a while and you go from brown to red.
Oh, what was that? I have 2 15.5-gallon Budweiser kegs for my stills. Need to find a fabricator to weld up some stainless tri-clamp fittings. Would like to add electric element sometime in the future. Yeah, Robert, that was the hard part I had trying to find a fabricator. to get that done. I had one guy said he could do it on a different steel, and then he screwed that up. He couldn't do it, and then found a fabricator that just ended up being a customer of the shop. He came in and was like, yeah, we can do that for you.
We can do it.
And they nailed it.
They did pretty good.
Yeah. But also, like, in the meantime, Robert, that, what is that called? That opening at the top for the keg tap? Anyway, the opening at the top for the keg tap, that's a 2-inch tri-clamp fitting. So you could just do like a 2-inch column right now as it is and start running that thing until you find.
What do? Just have to knock the bushing out of it?
There's a little keeper pin thing in there, and you get a screwdriver, you knock that out, and it just comes right out. You got to be sure and press that ball. Make sure there's no pressure in the keg, or you never get that thing out. But once you release all the pressure, pull that little spring thing, it just the spike comes right out.
Huh.
ODH20 flux is my favorite for steel building. It's water soluble and doesn't leave the nasty petroleum residue. Nice. Thanks for the tip, machinist. Where are you, Robert? She's so pretty. Tears. Yeah. Beautiful steel. North of Grand Rapids. For finding a welder, go ask your local welding supply shop for a reference.
That's probably a good place to look.
That's not a bad idea there, JJB. For sure. 37 people in the chat right now, man. If you guys don't mind, hit the heart, hit the like, whatever it is on YouTube. I don't remember. I think it's just a like, a thumbs up. See if we can get a few more people in here.
If I make the wheel this month, I would greatly appreciate it if Zach doesn't root for me. Noted. Mental note taken.
Okay. Yep, I use a 2-inch tri-clamp column. Works great.
Phil Lilly has tips for soldering stainless.
Yeah.
When I need something done beyond my skill set, machine shop comes in handy. Mom and pop setups are less likely to say no. Yeah, that's true.
The top outlet of a keg does not have a groove for the gasket. Welding a new one to my top just for proper gasket. Yeah, that's true, Scott. So it's a smooth finish. It doesn't have that little groove through the middle. But what I did is I just took a regular 2-inch gasket and a razor blade, and on one side I just ripped. Yeah, just cut the rib off. It works fine.
You'll need an O-ring. Yeah, okay. They're all kind of talking about that.
Yeah.
Did Copper Steel Co. just move to Tennessee?
Yeah,
They did.
sure did. KRB with the 5 gifted memberships.
KRB, my
and
brother.
an entry. KRB wants this steel.
I don't blame him. I kind of want it too. I'm glad we already have one.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, like, we are going to be running this still every week. They're sending a brand new one out from the shop. So you're not going to get this one that's been pre-ran. You're going to get a brand new one. Straight from the man himself and the lady herself over at Copper Steel Co.
Yeah.
Haven't been on for a couple days. Slammed at work. Does the $10 super sticker get an entry for tonight? It does.
Does indeed. Matthew, good to see you in here. What size of steel do you recommend a true beginner to start with?
I like 10. I like 10
Yeah.
or 15.
A 10-gallon is a really good steel to start with. I always say 5-gallon is the minimum. Don't go smaller than a 5. You can get 3 gallons and 1 gallons and air steels and all kinds of stuff. Your cuts just become too difficult, in my opinion. So 5-gallon is a minimum. Those steels you can run on your stove in a kitchen, so that makes it easy for a beginner.
You feel like the cuts become harder?
Yeah, the smaller the steel is, the more smeared everything
Yeah.
is.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought
so
you were
the cuts
saying
are
the bigger.
very difficult.
Okay, I was like, okay.
No,
All right,
no.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so 5-gallon minimum, 10-gallon is a good place to start. If you can get a keg, that's 15.5 gallons, also great for a beginner.
A lot of the newer guys start off on kegs, and honestly, I think that's a great place to start. I don't think there's, if it's in budget, yeah, go buy a really nice, 10-gallon, something you're going to be happy with for a long time, because you'll always run your 10-gallon, even if you progress upwards to, like 40, 50-gallon runs. You're not going to have always going to have time for 40, 50 gallons. Sometimes you just want to run a gallon off, try a new recipe, something like that.
just to get an idea.
You'll always use that smaller still. And if it's something you get into it, there's a lot of us in the chat that that run all the time and run on 10 and 15 gallon stills.
Yep.
So
We got a fabricator in the house right now, Justin.
Fab built my reflex with the keg too. Nice, Justin. Where are you located? Let these people know. That way, if you're close to them, maybe they can hit you up. Right on. I have a TIG welder and the ferrule, so why not? Yeah, go for
Whiskey
it.
Rebel with the super chat, another entry right there.
Shout
Thank
out
you,
to the
brother.
Reb.
Celebrate their 5th super chat on a live stream, so that's the 5th one for Whiskey Rebel. Good job, brother. Thank you. Straight from the source. How are we supposed to get it autographed?
You don't want us to sign it.
Yeah, I mean, we might be able to get Adam to autograph it for you.
Yeah.
Adam and Carrie, they're the builders of it, so.
I built a 6 gallon and now wish I made a 10 or 15. Yeah, nothing wrong with 5, 6 gallons. JJB with the 5 gifted. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see who all got that. Mr. Distiller. I don't even know how to go about pronouncing that. Michael Decker. Can't read that one. Brandon Portner. Welcome in. Brain Fart, good morning.
Good morning, Brain Fart.
Matthew Kelly, thank you so much. I'll start with the 10 gallon. I've been wanting to pull the trigger for a long time. Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, then go to Still in the Clear and pick up one of the 2 beginner kits. We have 10-gallon kits. One of them's called the Super Simple Beginner Kit. One of them's called the Beginner Bourbon Kit, the Easy Beginner Bourbon Kit. They're both great for your first time run.
Matthew, go over to Copper Still Co. Go over to their website and browse around and look at their 10-gallon setups. Got some pretty cool ones.
Yeah, that's the kind of work they do right there, brother. Look at that. What? Yeah. Just warming up for tonight. Finally, some good old boys.
Windsong still prefers a 10 gallon.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, the bigger your stills get, the more work it becomes to make a run.
Sure.
There's more work. You got to make larger ferments. You got to sit with the still for longer periods of time. So, there is a place. There's a
happy medium in there.
Yeah, there's a zone in there, and that zone is just going to depend on your own preferences.
Good morning, Brandon. How are you, brother?
Justin, the fabricator, is located in Flat Rock.
Nice.
A domed lid with a tri-clover outlet is super helpful. Use an engraver so it's forever. Talking about the autographs.
Strawberry wine is clearing fine, as you guys know. One of my favorites. Hope it turns out well for you.
Nice. Steve, good to see you in here. Good morning.
Working on local
911 towers, so I kind of haven't paid attention, I guess. See y'all on the live tonight.
All right, Rebel.
See you then, brother.
Copper Steel Co. Thank you. Yeah, go check them out.
CopperSteelCo.com.
Flat Rock, Michigan. Okay. You got a lot of, there's a couple of guys in the chat that are up there around you.
Hell yeah, I'm running beginner bourbon kit after my sweet feed is done. Shoot ya, machinist.
Trashman's here. Garberstone Daddy, your brethren are amongst us.
Empty in the dumpster.
Michigan is well represented in it. Yeah, we get a lot of guys from Michigan that watch us.
Motor Cities, I think that's, does the still have a deflagmator? This still does not. It's got a 6-inch tri-clamp port on it, so you could modify it however you want, but it just has a standard whiskey helmet and a thumper and a coil.
You know what someone should make? I haven't seen one.
Oh, you're talking about a deflamator inside the helmet. No, it does not.
Someone should make a collar that you can put on it could be like 3 inches or so. A collar that you can put on 3, 4, 5 inch tri clamp. That's just like a drop-in deflagmator. You can go up or down with it depending on where your space is. And so it's just got 2 outlets right in the collar, and you can just add a deflag to basically any still that's on tri clamps. That'd be so cool. Like right here. So this, I don't know what this is, 6 inch?
6 inch, yeah.
So imagine if you took this off here and you had basically a collar like this with 2 ports in it for tubing, and then it goes inside 2 pipes that come down to the coil, the in and the out, and you can either have it where it goes down or where it comes up, so you can just flip it however you need it based on your cap size. And you just clamp it on at the bottom, clamp it on at the top, deflag.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, they make that.
They do?
That's a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought I was having an original idea there.
No, yeah, they just call it a deflagmator, however you want to.
They make them like that, huh?
Well, we have 2 of them. One's for a 3 inch, one's for a 2 inch. Columns.
Well, for columns, yeah, but for a non-column still, you know, just for a pot still, like if you wanted to add a deflagmator into this or, you know, the North Georgia, for example.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they make the deflagmators in all sizes. So, you know, like that would be a 6, that would be a 4 inch, the other one would be I think that's another 6. It's either a 6 or a 5.
I did not realize that they were making those for like pot stills like that. Well, shit.
The 13-gallon Weaver is the perfect learning tool. It is Trickster, and I would also say if you're talking about the Lombardi, I agree. If you're talking about the 3-pot, I'm not a real big fan of the 3-pot stills.
I see some crazy
Dwayne Smith, good morning. Good to see you in here, brother.
Beaver 3-pot setups.
Yeah.
I rolled across one the other day where the guy had his condenser on top of his main pot, and it was just like superheating his worm.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't get this thing to stay cool. And people in the chat, they were like, well, just, you know, try taking it off the top of the pot. They were being helpful, you know, but it was like, that worm is like this big, you know. It's,
right. What part of Tennessee did Adam move to?
I'd have, he's in eastern Tennessee, I know that.
Eastern? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the 20-gallon behind y'all? Yeah, Jason, that is the 20-gallon distiller set.
And there she is, in
And,
all her glory.
There's links to it in the newsletter. If you get our newsletter, I put links to his page so you can go check it out, check out all the specs and everything.
We got some street cred in Idaho. I love that. Thank you.
Nice.
Show and shy. Depends on a lot what you want to make. Cooking 60 pounds of corn is a pain in the ass. 20 gallons of super wash is super simple. Sugar wash.
Yep.
Rather. It's true. It's true. Good morning. Good morning. Agree. 13-gallon Beaver is perfect for beginners. Just keep in mind you will be fabricating it to your needs. It is the perfect teaching device for both fields.
I agree, my grips. I agree. And, you know, this is something, too, I've said a lot of times. If you can get to where you're making good whiskey on a Beaver, then everything else after that is like a Cadillac.
It's true.
You know, it's kind of like learning to drive on a Standard, and then every other car is easy.
It's the Ford Pinto of Moonshine stills.
Yeah. My sweet feed is, dadgummit. My sweet feed is 3 days into fermentation, still rolling hard. Should be more thumbs up in the chat. Yeah, what's up?
All that grain sticking in the dumpster. Yeah, they're really shaking the shit out of it out there.
Yeah, our dumpster is a mess quite often.
Have you made that light yet for the clear deflag? I think that's what it was. You were all talking about putting a light in the air valve of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
still. Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of on the back burner right now. It's going to be a while before we're running that thing again.
Yeah, machinist, we have lots of ideas. We'll just throw this out there. We have lots of ideas and very little time to manifest those ideas. So, you
I can
know,
come up with a good idea in seconds.
right.
The execution, on the other hand.
Yeah, yeah. I've always said, well, who was it I heard say it first? I think it was Gary Vaynerchuk. Ideas are worthless.
Yeah.
It's application that matters.
Brandon, welcome to the crew. Welcome to Stillhand.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Brandon. That's awesome. We go live every morning, 8:30 Central Standard Time, Brandon, and most mornings it's members only. You're now a member, so you'll get to jump in. Thursdays and Saturdays, we go live for everybody. And yeah, welcome to the crew, brother. Cyrus, why do you have to ruin it for Zach? He thought
Thank you, Ray.
I mean, I could have just, yeah, you're right. I didn't have to say that. I could have just went, man, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
Bob.
awesome, dude.
You should start talking to people
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
You should start looking around. Oh man. Finally going green.
Hey, Brandon, not a peasant anymore.
No peasant theater.
There we go with the Bitcoin price announcement from Rick. Thank you, sir. I run mine with 2 half-gallon glass thumper jars on 1/2-inch pipes into a 3/8 worm, roughly 15 feet long.
Well, hell yeah.
Whatever works, man. I think Prohibition just posted about he has the first in with the deflagmator. He has the first. I don't know. I've seen people put deflagmators in everything, but you know, maybe you're right. I'll tell you this: Prohibition does come up with some pretty unique ideas.
I love him and his grandpa's stuff videos they put up.
Yeah. Damn auto spell. I have an idea to use metal LED flashlight in a fitting. I'm the same way, never running out of ideas and projects.
Matthew Kelly asks, how do we buy tickets to win it? There's 3 basic ways that you can enter. One, you can go to stonetheclear.com and make any purchase, single entry. You can make a grain kit or ingredient purchase. That's 2 entries. Or you can send a $9.99 super chat, or you can gift 5 memberships. Those are both $10.
Yeah, so there's no way to buy a ticket. It's not a raffle. It's just the entries are automatic when you do certain things. So make a purchase on the website, gift memberships, or super chats.
Yeah, I tally them all up. Winsong keeps track of the gifted memberships and the super chats, and then I put them all on a list, an Excel sheet that goes into a big wheel that draws some names.
Just gonna move down to the bottom, get us caught up there. And then I'm gonna move it back up. That makes a lot of sense. When all you've done is making your stills from the trash, anything you get officially is like a Cadillac.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
You got a Cadillac on the way, GTD.
All right, man. Well, I think we're gonna get to work, get busy, start setting up for the live stream tonight. We're going live again at 5 p.m. We're gonna be running this steel behind us with some red, white, and blue corn liquor and celebrating the 4th on the 3rd. So we will see you guys tonight, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Later, guys.